LeBron recruits a couple of all-stars to join him on the Knicks and form a new Big Three. Frustrated with LeBron's new team, Dwayne Wade goes home to Chicago to join Carmelo Anthony and Derrick Rose. With Kobe Bryant now retired, there's no doubt that this is LeBron's league. Everything looks to be set up for a dream season in New York, but things don't always go as planned. With Chris Paul and Dwight Howard joining LeBron in New York, the expectations surrounding the Knicks are at an all-time high. Going into the first game of the year against the Boston Celtics, the new Big Three is vowing to make this the start of the greatest season in NBA history.
I've been a part of a Big Three before, and I know how hard it can be early on. You have to gel together and learn how to play to each other's strengths. We want to accelerate the learning curve and send a message, though. It isn't just about winning a title for Chris and Dwight. It's about being the best team ever to play in the NBA, and it starts with Game 1 against Boston.
And a look back at the ring ceremony concluding moments ago. What a fantastic celebration of a terrific championship year. Opening night for the NBA season here in New York City. Welcome, fans, as we have a great one for you tonight. But that's only part of the story, as the true excitement lies in the team the Knicks have put together, grabbing Chris Paul and Dwight Howard to join up with LeBron James to create the NBA's newest super team.
And you know they'll want to come out and make a statement early on here, Kevin. Nobody doubts what they can do on the floor, but for them, it's better to just let their play do the talking for them.
Right you are, Steve, and you have to think that the Celtics would love to spoil this debut.
Absolutely they would. I mean, there's enough on the line with the Boston-New York rivalry and early control of the Atlantic Division. But they would love to throw water on what is supposed to be our first glimpse of one of the all-time great teams.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Forwards, Jeff Green and Jared Sullinger. Speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. And it's Varejao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for New York, they've got LeBron James. Chris Paul is out there with Gerald Green. Then there's Kenneth Faried. And it's Howard in at the center position.
Whenever you get a lot of stars together on a team like this, everyone expects the group just to hit the ground running and steamroll people. But there's a period of time where you have to adjust, and it's not easy.
And LeBron has had experience with that. When you go back to his time in Miami, so he'll understand how to be patient with this group. But it might take a month or two before this team really hits their stride. You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. Varejao dishes to Bradley. 6 to shoot. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, he's such a smart defender, guys. He just has a knack for stripping the ball from the offensive player just when he thinks he's got an easy shot going in.
And he is also a very rugged player at the defensive end. I mean, he will bull his way through any screen if it means staying on his man.
Paul outside. Paul gets a screen from Howard. Paul outside. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. And Boston has possession. Pass to Green. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
I'll tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
The Knicks have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Paul outside. LeBron working on Green. The jump hook, and the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Well, he was boxed out, and when that happens, you know, at some point you have to just turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
Green against Bradley. And Varejao kicks to Bradley. He's looking for Sullinger and finds him. Here's Varejao. They shoot again. And it's It's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball.
You know, you look back at when LeBron initially left Cleveland. There was talk then that the Knicks would try to recruit him and get their own big three going. But, of course, as we all know, he ended up going to South Beach instead.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Rondo against Paul. Green passes to Sullinger. Green with a screen on Fareed. Sullinger dishes to Rondo. Just 3 to shoot. Boston again missing. And now the Knicks have LeBron and Dwight and CP3 here, so they finally have their big three, so to speak.
They do, and it is a formidable one, Kevin. There's no denying that. They used to have a good trio with Melo, Chandler, and Amari, but with Melo in Chicago now and LeBron here, the Knicks have been spoiled with talent for some time.
Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. Here is Verija. Makes good on the step-back jumper. The Knicks leading by 3. LeBron gets the screen from Fareed. That's good. LeBron's got 5 points so far.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second foul of the first quarter. They're probably going to have to sit him down here to try to avoid number 3.
Stuckey kicks to Rondo. Defended by Paul. Lock at 6. Rondo passes to Stuckey. No good on the 3. The Knicks have gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, the Knicks have the latest mega grouping with the big 3 of their own. LeBron, Dwight Howard, and CP3. Man, what a trio.
Yeah, and it started with Bird back in the 80s. You think about it, he and McHale and Robert Parrish, nicknamed the Chief, and then continued with KG, Ray Allen, and Pierce. But really, it's the first time the Knicks have had a big 3 and get to enjoy all the hype that comes with that. When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
The drive by LeBron. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he was up over the 80% mark from the free throw line last year. I'm sure he was pretty happy with those numbers.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
The Knicks making a switch here. Telfair's checked in.
Well, we've got a moment here now, Kevin, to look back to last year's Knicks. 7th in free throw percentage, 11th in fewest turnovers per game. Not good in the team rebounding category. They were in the bottom third of the NBA. If you continue to rebound that poorly, you can't expect to be a winning team.
And this is a good shooting team, Clark. It really shows in their free throw percentage. You mentioned they were in the top 10 in terms of free throw percentage as a team last year. I think it's important for this club to really attack offensively. When they do get to the line, they tend to knock down their free throws, and those easy points go a long way.
Now here's Olynyk after the miss from Ben Gordon. Gordon against Jackson. Back to Green. There's the 3. Shot misses. And New York will come the other way. Feeds it to Gordon. Warwick dishes to Telfair. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Bowden the pass to Telfair. New York, no good that time either.
Well, after year 1 with the Knicks, you knew they were going to go out and get some help for LeBron. But to go out and get the players they did, almost overkill. This team is stacked.
Yeah, it's loaded. You figure adding one superstar would be enough, but to go out and get Dwight Howard and Chris Paul, this team has to be considered the favorite to win it all as long as they stay healthy.
Olynyk defended by Bargnani. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's New York. They're on a 13-4 run. Bowden, the pass to Telfair. Kicks to Bargnani. Stolen by Jackson. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. The dish to Stuckey. Lots of room. Now Telfair. Oh, he knocks it in, a beautiful buzzer beater.
Just in time.
16. It's a Halloween broadcast of the NBA. Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies go up against Blake Griffin and the Los Angeles Clippers live this Saturday night.
We're back here with the second quarter just about ready to start, Clark.
And we still have 3 quarters to go, but you can tell that this is already going to be a tough one.
Yeah, both teams trying to spoil the other's debut. LeBron and crew feeling out how to play alongside one another.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Celtics, Jordan Crawford out there with Green. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, thanks, guys. With Kobe Bryant retiring in the offseason, a lot of people have been talking about how the NBA is now LeBron's league, and Kobe officially passed the torch. He told me this offseason, you look at the player LeBron has become, what he can do on the floor. There is no question that he is the top dog in the NBA now, and rightfully so. He's earned it. High praise from the newly retired Bryant, guys.
Thank you as always, Doris. The torch officially passing on to LeBron, now from Kobe.
And there's something about wing players passing the torch from generation to generation. Kobe had it passed to him, and someday LeBron will have to pass it to the next big thing.
Well, something the Knicks are going to learn early on. They will have a target on their back from day one of the season, as every team would love to make a name for themselves by beating them early on.
Yep, they'll get everybody's best shot and never have a game where their opponent will cope. They're going to have to be sharp all season long, and that takes not only physical energy, but mental energy as well.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. And this matchup with the Knicks, hard to believe, just the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season.
And, of course, they're meeting the team that was responsible for dealing them a very painful loss in the first round of the playoffs a year ago.
And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Back to Verjao. With the lead pass. And the dunk by Olynyk. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Howard with a screen on Jackson. There's the pass to Gordon. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Howard. Great defense that time from Anderson Varejao. Steve just talked about their postseason last year, and Clark, I'll bet they're still thinking about how quickly this team bounced them out of the playoffs.
Yeah, you got to believe that, Kevin. I mean, their first chance this season for a little bit of revenge, they're salivating.
Jackson against Gordon. Jackson kicks to Bradley. From 6 feet, Green with the block. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Knicks leading by 14.
You look at how LeBron can play with players like Chris Paul and Dwight. There's so much that they do well. The athleticism of LeBron and Dwight can overpower teams. And with two passers and creators in LeBron and CP3, there'll be a lot of alley-oops out there.
Jackson with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Green kicks to Jackson. The feet to Olynyk. Working on Howard. The fader. There's the bucket. Good. Olynyk's got 4 points now in the quarter. Going back to what you said, there really is no way you can deal with any of the big three on a one-on-one basis. And they look, Clark, unstoppable with their skill sets.
In many ways, it can really be unfair. They all can run and finish and take over a game. The only area they might not be elite in is their ability to shoot the three ball. But if you're just getting dunks and layups all game, you don't even worry about shooting the three.
On the wing, Jackson, defended by Gordon. Takes it from 10. Good, he hits the jump shot. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Fareed kicks to Howard. Bowden, the pass to Gordon. But they get it back. Howard. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Outside Jackson, Bradley. Goes back up. Varejão's shot is good. Varejão's got his second basket of the night.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
Howard with a screen on Jackson. Back to Howard. Varejão on it. And Dwight Howard again.
You know, the talk all offseason was how will LeBron and CP3 and Dwight gel together and how quickly would they be able to do it? Well, fortunately for them, they had some experience playing with each other at different levels, so the transition shouldn't be nearly as jarring as some in the New York media might have you to believe.
Boston making some changes. Jared Sullinger comes in for Olynyk. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Outside Rondo. And too long on the shot. As you were saying, Clark, all of them have played together on Team USA before, and even though it might have been for a short offseason, that still Steve helps.
Yeah, no question. Even beyond all of that, in fact, these guys know each other. They've chatted and kept together through texts through most of their careers. So I think it'll be a much smoother transition than most people realize.
Varejão is guarded by Howard. With some arc, and Rajon Rondo the basket on the assist by Varejão. Rondo's got his first points in this one. And the dunk by Fareed.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Rondo against Paul. Now here's Rondo, guarded closer. The Celtics shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Well, last year collectively, I mean, this team shot 74% from the free throw line. Pretty low number.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Olynyk, he's checked in for Varejão. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Jeff Green. LeBron dishes to Howard. Paul with the three. Cannot hit. Celtics trail by 11. And Olynyk kicks to Rondo. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Stuckey into the lane. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Chris Paul picks up that one. Celtics have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. The Knicks making a switch here. And so Stuckey nails both of them.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance. I like that.
Yeah, and that kind of approach is going to serve them well. It's gotten them to the line more than a few times this quarter. How about that play? Great body control. Still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down.
The Knicks have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. Outside Rondo with 1 on the clock. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Knicks lead by 12. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
The weekend is finally upon us, and on this Friday night, it's time for the halftime show. New York leading against Boston. They've held tough defensively. Great rim protection, too, when you look at all the blocks. LeBron playing well in the first half. At the break, 7 points and 3 rebounds as well. On the other side, the Celtics have not gotten off to a good start. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. Rajon Rondo falling short so far in this one. Not many positives for him so far. Just 1 bucket from the floor. That'll be all for this episode. It's in the books. I'm all done reading. Thanks so much for watching, and enjoy the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Second half just about ready to get going here in this New York versus Boston affair.
And it'll be interesting to see if Boston makes any adjustments on how they've been guarding the big three so far. Well, this is the second season where LeBron is in the Big Apple, and you would think that the pressure might be off after adding another trophy to the case, but with the additions of CP3 and Dwight Howard, you have to think that that pressure is as high as ever.
Chris Paul is out there with Gerald Green, and it's LeBron James. Then there's Kenneth Faried, and it's Howard in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Mike Woodson.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfect.
Rondo kicks to Varejao, and it's Bradley off the drive, and that one's good. And especially with the way LeBron played last season, the way he led that New York Knicks team, you have to think that they are in store for another huge season.
Well, pretty much any team LeBron is on is going to be at least a favorite to win a title. And they'll have some challenges along the way, but with CP3 and Dwight, boy, it's hard to see anyone other than maybe Chicago getting in their way.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Got a piece of it. Sullinger, the feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
In low to Howard. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Celtics trail by 15. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, he has to be frustrated by how his offense is flowing. I can't blame him. You know, they're getting good looks out there, but the shots just aren't falling.
That can get into a team's head if it goes unchecked, continuing to miss good shots. So this timeout might be a way to combat that.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Bradley passes to Rondo. Bradley gets a screen from Varejao. Bradley kicks to Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. Right side Rondo. The rejection by Paul. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
He did not look too happy about some of the things he saw on the court. So I would expect some changes here.
I think it's the right move, quite honestly. I mean, they just didn't look sharp or at their best out there. So take the time out and give yourself a chance to regroup.
Back to Howard. Varejao on him. From 8. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Rajon Rondo. What a year he had last season. First in assists. And he was also one of the league's top perimeter defenders, really forcing havoc out there and ranking in the top 5 in steals.
And Steve, as you said, I mean, he finished the season with the most assists in the NBA. So often he controlled entire games with his dime drop.
Pass to Varejao. Can't connect from short range.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too. The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
The Knicks haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Paul against Rondo. To the inside. And Faried sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Gets it to go.
And what you love about him is just the way he hits the offensive glass. I mean, he knows that those are the easiest points for him. I mean, he can find a loose ball, get an offensive board, and put it back into the basket.
And I also can't get over how much energy he expends rebounding the basketball. He goes all out on the boards every single night.
Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. And taken away by Paul. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And it's Green missing.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And finished off by Paul. Amazing hops exploding to the bucket.
Kevin, you don't expect to see that coming from the point guard position.
No way.
Boy, and he elevated that size. That's impressive.
Green, covered by LeBron. Shoots off the screen. Here's Verajao. Shot, no good. Great D that time from Howard. New York leading by 20. Passes it to Paul. LeBron James on the wing. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. LeBron James second.
Now, he never took a night off. I mean, it seemed like he was scoring big all season long. Just a terrific year for him.
Celtics trail by 20. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Rondo with it. Chris Paul covering. And here's Rondo. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Here's what the schedule says for the New York Knicks and what it looks like. It's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
A lot of fans focused on that Philadelphia matchup. Big game for them.
And so it's New York with it. Paul gets a screen from Warwick to the middle. Goes up. Oh!
How about that basketball fan? Wow.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one. And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Gets the bucket.
What a finish with that hoop.
The Knicks leading by 20. Inside. Deflected. Crawford outside. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. The drive by LeBron.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He's got 13 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. The more points he can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing.
Anderson Verajao's checked in for Avery Bradley. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Stolen. He lobs it up and slammed in by Howard.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
It's Crawford on the wing. Defended by Paul. Crawford outside. The fadeaway. And another basket for Boston. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. It's LeBron with the drive. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Boston. 23 seconds left in the third.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hang on to it.
And that's probably what they're going to do here.
Green with a screen for Rondo. He kicks it to Green. Back to Rondo. Right side, Rondo. Drive. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over.
Bring your costume. It's Halloween in the NBA. Kyrie Irving and the Cleveland Cavaliers go up against the Charlotte Bobcats. Hoops.
And fourth quarter just around the corner here in the debut of the Big Three New York edition.
No shortage of excitement in this one. I'm sure things will rev up for the final period of play.
The Knicks leading by 22. On the court for the Celtics. At the 2 and 3, it's Avery Bradley and Jeff Green. Jared Sullinger is out there with Anderson Varejao, and it's Jackson in at the point. LeBron, that's a two-pointer. The good-looking shot from the wing. LeBron's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Knicks. Jackson against Paul. The drive by Jackson. Can't cash in from close range.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give me. Well, I'll tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Green dishes to Sullinger. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And that call gets an instant reaction from the fan.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Boston.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Green with a screen on LeBron. Here's Jackson. The shot is off. The Knicks have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And it's good. Walk through contact, gets the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. And we'll see Ben Gordon go to the line here. Jeff Green picks one up.
And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
Gets it to go. 8 points for Crawford. For New York, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. And Fareed kicks to Telfair. Buries it from three-point range.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Crawford. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. That's 10 points for Crawford. New York's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Telfair kicks to Warwick. That's good.
Man, an even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I know you know about how the basket can seem like it's 10 feet wide when you're in the zone. That's where they are right now.
Sullinger, no good.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
Warwick, no luck. Knocked away. Celtics shooting poorly, just 35% so far. To the paint, here's Crawford. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Boston Celtics. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
LeBron guarded by Crawford. Howard can't hit.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Crawford passes to Jackson. And they double up Jackson. Crawford. Second shot opportunity. Sullinger, no good.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Jackson kicks to Crawford. Shot clock at 5. Crawford missing again. The Knicks have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. He feeds it to Paul. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 6 assists in the game.
And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And Steve, they did it in style, a beat down the entire way.
Boston, no good that time either. Sullinger with the bucket.
And his confidence has come back since halftime after really a rough first 2 quarters.
Paul kicks to LeBron. No good on the triple. Boston shooting the pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Jackson against Paul. Jackson kicks to Crawford. Lets it go from 14. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
The offensive rebound. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And you can hear the reaction of the fans to that call.
Well, it's obvious they did not like it, Steve.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Gets to the corner and buries it.
And he has picked it up here in the second half, really lighting it up now.
41.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
17 seconds.
Crawford dishes to Olynyk. LeBron with it. He passes to Telfair. New York moving it around. It's LeBron with the drive. LeBron is doubled. Oh, that's blocked.
Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
Crawford with the ball. Now guarded by Bowden. Crawford kicks to Olynyk. Back to Crawford. 6 to shoot. Dishes to Dudley. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Knicks ball.
From deep LeBron, it's off. So no problem for New York as they get the win.
That is exactly how they wanted to start off the season. Come out, get a win against a quality opponent like the Celtics. You better believe that this is going to have New York buzzing once again.
Yeah, I agree. They protected their home court and started the season off just how they wanted to. I mean, still a long way to go. They've taken the first step on what could be a terrific journey.
You're right, Clark. Indeed they have. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, and thanks for tuning in.